I could do that, but it would take time. I don't feel like it. Well, obviously that's on full blast. This is not my normal background, but I went to see the house, and it's 50 yards away from the one she liked with no parking and no place for me to run. She does this. So therefore, she can't be trusted in the context of ownership. If you're going to be with me, she can't own what I live in because you kicked me out. That ain't cool. I don't do that to her. So, in any case, she would never agree to this house either, but she ended up here because she couldn't afford where she was at. The improvements I made to this house for a city dweller, damn, it's really intense. 1-inch insulation, side and back. The front is stone masonry decoration. The whole block's that way, so I didn't mess it up. But, during the winter, very rarely do we use the heater. Usually it's space heaters. We don't go upstairs. I got that curtained off. During the summer, unless it's above 100, one window unit keeps it decent. And 3-car parking behind closed doors so nobody smashes your windows while you're sleeping. Used to be a lot of cars out back. Too many of them got their windows smashed in. Hardly none. But it's still private parking out back. For your guests, who ain't staying overnight. And 3-car parking behind the garage. The house that I'm looking at is a very dinky attic, but the rest of it is halfway done. So is this, I mean, they wouldn't sell it at the price they're selling it if it didn't need a lot to make it a dollhouse. But I don't need a dollhouse to call a refuge, A lot of people pay a lot more than what it costs to live in one of these refuges if you can somehow get a mortgage. So I'm hoping that there's a balance that'll allow me to trade this, which I put a lot into. It still needs work. I mean, it really needs to be clean. It doesn't need clean. And the other one, it's got just as much stuff that needs to be done. It's okay. But I'm not a city person. I'm much more comfortable in a small village, frontier. That is a small village, that particular area. The back of the house that I'm determined to acquire, somehow, some way, even without her assistance. She wouldn't have assisted on this one either. It's a long, drawn-out process. It is. After I'm done with this video, maybe not. But I do got to get back to a realtor. She wants to come see this place, and I'm like, it's just as bad as that one, but cleaning needs to be done. In terms of cleaning, but in terms of things, they both got goodies. It's never perfect unless it is, and you pay a lot for that. And a lot of them don't have that kind of money to pay for. The house that I want to go to is currently owned by those who are still in the military, therefore the banks can't foreclose on. I didn't know that. The whole history of it, if you would look at different veins and arteries of things going on around me, but not directly with me, that unless something else was going to happen, this is a very good thing for Jeffrey. Now, do whatever she wants. She might just ditch and go back to Quakertown and find out it ain't that easy and show up at my doorstep and say, I fucked up. I did it too, you know. Yeah. Fucked up a lot. Well, you know, yeah, I was kind of hurried today, and that's okay. I basically just want to make sure that the realtor understood I was very serious. The house has been sitting for years, probably since 2007. Somebody was hoping to fix it up and make a profit, and then 2007 said, well, we ain't going to make no profit now. Now, there are those that are still trying to. These guys, whoever owns it, still in the military, figured out, cut your losses. The realtor said the neighbors were taking care of the backyard for a little bit, but they gave up. It's all good for different, you know. It's a lot of work to fix this thing up to make it pretty, and it's where I want to be. So I'm perfectly happy to go out and do it. I'm not a city person. 5 minutes to everything, including danger. A lot of people don't think about that. But I never lived in the city. I only came here because I could afford it. You know, 5 minutes away I could get mugged. 5 minutes away I could get a pack of cigarettes. 5 minutes away I could do anything. Go to a concert. I'm in the middle of the city. The Sovereign Center is 5 minutes away. 20 minutes if you walk. It's what do you enjoy? I mean, some people really love the city. I like a village. I can tell you though, I can't live like, well, I probably could actually if I was raised that way and still had the ability to have that which Daddy gave me. Life experiences is what makes you. But they got some Korean villages, they're advertising to come visit, been there for hundreds of years. They live this way for hundreds of years. They don't do any damage to nothing. Something you all need to think about. If I can move on to what I could do with this house, which I never even really got that far because I didn't want to be here. I mean, I already did enough to balance out what I'm getting if I get it. But if I get that place, there's roof solar panels, there's roof of fir trees, there's the basement. I could do what I wanted to do in terms of an arc welder generator and a battery, a wall of batteries, preferably lithium ion. They don't actually wear out. And the diesel generators could run on waste coconut oil from fries, just like the diesel engine in the car. But then I had to utilize some space to do the filtering, and there's enough space to do all this. This is really cool. I mean, this is really the perfect size, utilizing this one. Beehive octagon is big enough to do everything I need it to do while not bothering nobody and being a good neighbor. And I might even be able to do it as a poor person. I don't know yet. We'll see. It takes two, and if one's not cooperating, two poor people can make one who can do something. One poor person is going to have a really hard time doing it. But I'm going to try. She's a pastor, too. I like having pastors on my wall. Yeah, I do. Born a worm, treated as such, and yet I'm not. And don't take it wrong, but you all couldn't have led me to, well, I need the real thing. Not everybody has access to that, by the way. You do, but you don't. Yeah, what I give you, but when you're not looking, what do you see? Something to work on, because everybody's got their own lenses, work on it. We might need you. Professor X would tell you. Yes. Yeah. I don't know how long I've been talking. A lot of crazy stuff going on around me. I just try and, encase myself best I can to accomplish destiny. God damn, it's all the way the fuck up there. I mean, how far up do these things go? Hopefully they don't fucking fry my eye out. Still taking lots of, the value of what it, and the pain, and the knowledge of what I'm doing. It would have been easier to give them whatever they wanted, have them just yank all the roots out, but I didn't have it. I only have a little bit at a time. So I've been subsisting, and plus I don't trust them, and I don't trust them. I know they do what they do, when I was a kid, they treat me like a dog. Dude, this has got to happen. You're going to deal with it, and then you can leave. Or don't forget about it. I don't. I dream about it. And I don't need more suckers in my dream like that. I had to face a guy throwing fucking... Well, everything's complex in my world, actually. Just with a dream about a lot of things, but then I finally face the bad guy, and he hands me a letter. And the tar starts coming out of the letter, and then I spit on him, and said, your tar is tough, my spit's worse. It's good enough to end with. Daddy loves you if you love him back. Do you?